Hi everyone, welcome again to another Teacher Joseph video clip. We're going through my weekly lesson, and this week it's entitled The House Guest. We've done some of these words already, so we're basically up to here. Now, I've already highlighted a few of the words to go through with you today. I'm just going to change the color as we go ahead. This one here is uptight, and it basically means British people tend to be rather stressed. If you're uptight, you're kind of stiff. So British people tend to be stiff, uptight, especially with appointments, living space, and personal space. Yeah, we are like that. But I have to say, the gap between educated people and non-educated people is really now very apparent. It's not about money anymore. It's about dominance. Many people feel that despite not having an education, because they might have a good status, that they have a right to disrespect others or live in a way that they want. So, for example, you don't have to be poor anymore to have a social problem. In the past, drugs and alcohol were widely associated with poor education, poor choices in life. But now, because we're all kind of the same, we're all kind of uh, living not well, but we all have cash available. That tends to mean that, of course, uh, the education level is becoming more and more unimportant. So historically, British people who were very well educated were very uptight, especially with appointments. But we find now that because of the number of people around us, drugs, alcohol, living with these things, more and more people are not so uptight. In fact, they don't actually care. That's becoming a problem. Um, anyway, moving on to our next word. This is about my little cat. He hissed and vanished. Vanished is a good word to use. It's when something disappears. More poetically, you can say it vanished. Yeah, we're talking about Spanish people here and hugging. Should I have initiated a hug? Should I have been the one to hug someone? Well, if British people spend so much time talking and thinking about handshakes, as we had in one of last week's podcasts, then initiating a hug is a big deal for us. It's something that we don't just do. As our guest made himself at home, he wandered around pressing notes on my piano. That just means hitting the keys on the piano. Don't, which is very annoying, especially when kids do it. I wish you wouldn't do that, I thought to myself. I tried to force a smile, but it looked more like a snarl. A snarl, remember the R, is often silent in received pronunciation. A snarl is like half of a growl. You know when dogs are angry. They kind of growl, don't they? I'm sorry for my poor impersonation of a snarl. It sounded more like a kettle boiling, didn't it? But anyway, a snarl is when you open your mouth just a little bit, the corner of your mouth, and you kind of let a noise out. Yeah, when you growl, you open your mouth completely to let people know that you're not happy. It says here, it wasn't until he gained custody of the TV remote control that I really had to force myself to shut up. To gain custody of something is to gain full control of it. So if your husband has the kids, maybe you're fighting to get them back, to gain custody of them. We hear that a lot in TV and in courts. Interestingly here, we'll talk about these words tomorrow, but interesting about snarl, snorted, muttered, to raid, the R is largely silent in a lot of these words. Snow, word, work. Just to give you a few more examples, snorted, muttered. You can hear there that the R is pretty much wiped away. So you just need to keep that in mind. All right. Yeah, so there we are. To gain custody is to get your kids back, basically, or to gain custody of something. So here, he gained custody of the TV remote control. So it's a really nice way of talking about something, getting control of something. All right, that's it from me. I'll leave it there for today. See you all again tomorrow. Bye.